Oh man. Zoran Mamdani is expected to require all New York elementary school students to learn Arabic numerals? This is happening.
How about you look it up, dude? How about you look up what are Arabic numerals before you freak out?
Faster than I thought. Probably by next year, you're going to have to learn about the Quran instead of the Constitution. Oh my God.
Okay.
No, he's being serious. He's being 100% serious. He doesn't get it. He doesn't know what Arabic numbers are. Arabic numerals are. Right-wing fall for troll over Zoran Mamdani's Arabic numerals in school. Video by The Rational National. Yeah. I mean, these people are so easy to troll, bro.
And what has to be one of the greatest
triggered
troll jobs in recent memory, right-wing minds are exploding over the news that Zoran Mamdani is set to introduce Arabic numerals into elementary schools. Oh no. So in this video, I'm going to go over some of the incredible reaction.
Hey, what's the problem? You ain't know these niggas invented algebra? Did you know that? That Muslims invented algebra? All of the technology that we have that is built on complex mathematics would not be possible if it wasn't for the contribution of Muslims. You think I'm joking? Algebra as a formal discipline was created by a Persian mathematician named Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. My Muslim brothers, please bear with me. Tell me how I did. Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. In the 9th century, while working in the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, which is the capital of Iraq, I don't know if you know that, under the, oh God, all right, the Abbasid Caliphate, an Arab Islamic empire. So yeah, man, Muslims have contributed quite a lot to the development of humanity, truly.
So this gets to where this stems from, and that is Brian Krasenstein on Twitter writing, breaking, Zoran Mamdani is expected to require all New York elementary school students to learn Arabic numerals. As a Jewish American, I still support this 100%.
Right. Yeah. And just so you know, these are the Arabic numerals. It's just 0 through 9. You use them every day. Okay. You already know them. That's the joke. That's what makes this funny, because conservative white supremacist white people actually believe they invented everything.
0 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yeah.
People are freaking out. So
they basically invented math, bro. Muslims basically invented math. Now, we know they didn't invent counting, right? Obviously. But complex mathematics was born out of Islamic empires. That's the truth. Here's another interesting fact, though. They're called the Arabic numerals because they were introduced to white people by Muslims. And in good old white people culture fashion, they just named that shit the Arabic numbers because they got it from Arabs. No need to dig any further and figure out where this shit really came from. I mean, for crying out loud, we still call the Caribbean islands the West Indies because they thought this shit was like right off the coast of India. When in reality, this counting system was actually invented by Indians. Hindu Indians invented this. The Muslims, they took it, they refined it, they developed complex mathematics like algebra, and then they went and taught it to the white people who were still counting like this. Now, I don't know if you've ever learned how to count using Roman numerals, but that shit is fucking ass. So shout out to the Indians, the Muslims, the Arabs for making all of our lives easier by giving us a counting system that still we have not been able to create a better one.
No, they're freaking out because they're racist. Let's be honest. They have no idea what Arabic numerals actually are. It sounds scary. Mm-hmm. So you're getting reactions like this. Greg, what is the educational purpose? Brian,
right.
I would say the building blocks of math.
He didn't even take a second to look up what are Arabic numerals.
Braden, and by the way, a lot of these people have followings. It isn't just like randos on Twitter or, you know, no-name people.
Yeah.
Braden has 15,000 followers here.
Wow.
No.
Followed by John Cena.
Go to the Middle East for that. They could, but why would they do that when they can learn them here as well? Kids can barely read. We need this. Why? Because it's important for their education.
Right.
So
yeah.
before I get to some of the other people losing their minds, let's get to some funny reactions. Andrew here. It gets worse. He's saying they have to start with non-binary numbers.
In case you don't remember what you learned in computer class in high school, binary numbers are numbers written in base 2, the number system used by computers. So binary uses only 2 digits, zeros and ones. Essentially, this is the base language that all computer programs and softwares speak in, right? When you write in code, C++, Python, Java, whatever the fuck, right? The computer actually breaks down that code to binary. This is what a binary counting chart looks like, right? So you basically start with 0, and that means 0. Then you add 1, and you add it to the right. And so now you have 1. To get 2, you would add another 1. But remember, with binary, you can only use zeros and ones. And so when you add 1, you have to carry over the 1, and now you're at 0. So to go from 2 to 3, you add 1, and then you get this. And then to go from 3 to 4, you add 1 again. And so this 1 becomes 0, right? The 1 goes over here, but now you have 2, and you don't have 2s in binary. And so then this becomes 0 as well, and then you get 1 right here. And so that's how it goes. And so you just keep adding from there. That's how you get 4, excuse me, and so on and so forth. Before I dropped out of college, I was actually majoring in computer science. But this is something you will learn in high school if you ever take a computer class. You probably forgot it by now. But anyway, the joke is when he's saying that it gets worse, he's saying that they have to start with non-binary numbers. Basically, he's talking about all the other ways of counting that isn't binary. Like decimal. Like when you think about it, we don't have any digits that exceed the number 9. Once you get to 10, you go back to using a 1 and a 0, and then 11, 12, And so we only have those 10 digits. Binary, which means 2, only uses 2 digits, 0 and 1. And so the joke is conservatives are fucking stupid, right? Now, I'm sure there are a lot of liberals who probably didn't know that either, but at least a liberal will look the shit up, you know what I'm saying?
Binary numbers.
The joke is, of course, non-binary when it comes to gender, right? It means you're not neither a male nor a female. You don't identify with being a man or a woman. That's non-binary. That's a joke.
Incredible. Jerry, just wait until they hit high school and they teach them the ways of the terrorist organization known as algebra.
That's hilarious. Yeah. You ever think about that? Algebra sounds pretty Muslim, right? Sounds pretty Arabic. Algebra.
So ridiculous. No signal here writing red state grade school students in 2028 when they ban Arabic numerals and they have to figure out what XLVI plus XXI means in math class.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would fail. So Tom Parkin here, along the same lines. LVI % of Americans don't want Arabic numerals taught in schools. This is actually a real poll. 56% of people, this is from 2019.
Oh, man.
56% of Americans don't want Arabic numerals taught in schools.
Yeah.
Another screenshot here of some of the reactions. What? Is anyone surprised? Didn't think so. The Islamification of New York begins.
It's too late. If you use these symbols, you've already been Islamified.
This is a prominent Spanish right-wing influencer. Almost 500,000 followers here on Twitter. How long until the call to prayer is broadcast from Times Square every morning? So here she is photoed with Trump, and her husband even proposed to her because of Donald Trump. So she has a long story here about how Trump called her beautiful and told her husband, oh, if you don't marry this woman, you're crazy. So he proposed to her. They got married. And
what a horrible story for how you got married to your significant other because Donald Trump told you to do it. Ugh.
Months later, they divorced.
Wow.
So the Donald Trump blessing isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah. Everything he touches turns to shit, apparently.
It's important to acknowledge how prominent and accepted bigotry is when it's against Muslims.
Oh, yeah. It's bad.
So Joey Manarino, again, her ex-husband, when Zoran Mamdani goes to the White House, they need to treat him as a national security threat. He needs to get a special inspection as if he is a member of ISIS.
Yeah.
This man very well could have a suicide vest strapped onto his chest and pull it right in the oval.
What the
Remember,
fuck?
he's a jihadist first and foremost. Like, this level of bigotry was not allowed on Twitter.
Meanwhile, we have Christian nationalists calling for the execution of American citizens. We just covered that in a previous video. Go check it out.
Before Elon Musk took over. Twitter was a place where you could actually
It's the one I posted this morning.
have conversations that, still got crazy sometimes, but it didn't get racist and xenophobic and bigoted like this, because when posts like this came up, they were deleted. Now people are able to develop entire followings
Yeah.
based on being a piece of shit.
It's crazy,
So,
man. I hope someone's making a list. I hope someone's making a list of these guys.
I have a hard time believing this guy even believes anything he's writing here. He's doing it because of the engagement that he's able to get and the career he's able to make off of it. It's gross. Now, a prominent Donald Trump advisor, Laura Loomer, also fell for this. This is a screenshot.
Not a surprise.
You know things are bad when you can't tell if it's real or a joke. Dear God, it's real, isn't it? She ended up deleting that
Of course.
to post this. You know things are bad when you can't tell if it's real or a joke, with winky faces. Like, I got it, guys. I wasn't fooled.
Right.
No, you clearly were, because you deleted this tweet.
Yeah.
But this is somebody who has prominent influence
Tweet first, think later.
with Donald Trump. A political activist who has spread conspiracy theories and used hate speech has become a central figure in the hirings and firings of Trump staffers. Laura Loomer has successfully lobbied to remove aides in several key government roles, including the National Security Council, and has described Islam as a quote-unquote cancer, used the hashtag Proud Islamophobe, and once seemed to celebrate the deaths
Why? Because Muslim terrorists are a thing? So are Christian terrorists. Does this mean we should fucking become bigoted against Christians? Of course not.
migrants crossing the Mediterranean. Again, a prominent advisor to Donald Trump. It's just worth questioning what kind of bigotry is accepted in a way that others aren't. Now, this I have to say, I'm 99% sure that Asmongold here is joking. So he is a prominent Twitch streamer with
Right.
a massive following,
Super conservative.
often spouts right-wing garbage, but is also just sort of a dumb guy.
Oh man. Zoran Mamdani is expected to require all New York elementary school students to learn Arabic numerals? This is happening
How about you look it up, dude? How about you look up what are Arabic numerals before you freak out?
faster than I thought. Probably by next year, you're going to have to learn about the Quran instead of the Constitution. Oh my God.
Okay.
No, he's being serious. He's being 100% serious. He doesn't get it. He doesn't know what Arabic numbers are. Arabic numerals are.
The music that this TikTok added to the background is just ridiculous. But I think he's just being overly dramatic for his audience, just joking. That said, this is
he likes to couch his grifting and bigotry in this like I'm joking kind of attitude. Yeah.
person who on the genocide in Gaza said, quote, I don't give a F. They're terrible people. They come from an inferior culture.
Yeah.
These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture.
Just the culture that invented complex mathematics, the inferior culture that even makes it possible for you to stream. Yeah, that one.
That is horrible. It kills people for their identity and is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for.
Really? Okay. How about the Crusades? How about burning women at the stake? How about fucking slavery? Right. Yeah. Western culture. Just, it's been so pure, so moral.
And it is an inferior culture in all ways.
In all ways.
It is that simple.
Wow.
No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
God fucking damn it. Jesus Christ. Babies getting their fucking legs blown off. I don't care. I don't support them. They come from an inferior culture. But then the black self-hating raccoons that watch him, who like to defend him in my comment section, they're going to say Asmongold is not a racist. Got it.
Can understand why people may think that was an honest, that this was an honest reaction.
It is. He is kind of dumb now that I think about it.
And
I don't think he's, because here's the thing. The more you grift while actually being intelligent, it reveals how evil you are. I don't know if Asmongold is really that evil. I think there is definitely some amount of stupidity at play here. I think that's what's going on.
This reaction to that. They're not like you. They come from inferior culture. Coming from a guy who lives like this.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. This, by the way, is a sign of mental illness, just so you know. Hoarding is a symptom of mental illness. Asmongold, who is influencing millions of people on a monthly basis. It's really a reflection of how dumb we are as a society, that so many people follow these guys.
I'm familiar with some of the history around Asmongold and how he lives and the dirt and filth that he lives in.
Yeah.
There's an example of it.
Right. This is the guy who says Muslims are inferior to us in every way. Right. Yeah, man. Anything to bash the socialist, anything to demonize the socialist. That's why they hate him. It ain't even really because he's Muslim. Yeah, that's a big part of it, and that's the face of it. But the thing that it really has the elite scared is that he's a socialist. And they know it's gonna spread. It's gonna spread. And they're scared. But guys, that's the situation here. A bunch of right-wing white supremacist conservatives got triggered because they're fucking stupid. What's new? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace out.